Hi there, welcome to Math Today. I'm so excited for this lesson. As always, it's going to be an awesome thing. So, before we start, you need to have these supplies: paper, pencil, and a calculator handy. If you want to use your iPad calculator, you might need to go back and forth from the video, which is fine, but we're going to have those things ready to go. We're going to be all based on speed today. How quickly is something moving? And actually, it's really cool because I'm going to teach you how you can figure out how many miles per hour you can run. And I'm going to use myself and my daughters for that example too. So you're going to get a chance to solve some real world math today too. All right, so go get those materials, and then when you come back, get ready to go here.
Emma, get set, go! And hold the other two. There's some more.
What do you got, Trey?
Ooh.
All right, we're going to start with my oldest daughter riding her bicycle. Now, I had her back up probably a good 30 or 40 yards, and she is picking up as fast as she can. She just learned how to ride her bike without training wheels, so this is her top speed currently. And let's give it a look. All right, so you recognize this as a proportion, and we can change this to x feet per 1 second. Now, the best way to figure this out is to change the 10 feet per 51/100th seconds to a unit rate. And a unit rate is going to be per 1 second. So we're going to take those numbers and we're going to divide the 10 by the 51/100th seconds. So take 10 divided by 0.51, 51/100ths, and we get the answer rounded 19.6. Now, when I write this as a label, it's pretty cool, but it's going to be 19.6 feet, so F, per P, and then S for seconds. So we have our answer of 19.6 feet per second. So 30 feet is the length of the classroom. So in a matter of a second, one Mississippi, my daughter going full speed on her bicycle could almost go the length of the classroom. Which really, when you think about speed, we get so accustomed to it that when you're like sitting in the car going 60 plus miles per hour, you kind of feel like you're going slow. But really, the cool thing you're going to figure out today throughout these activities is that when you're going 60 miles per hour, you're going really fast. We're going to go on to the next example. It's going to be my other daughter riding her glider bike. So a little impromptu estimation. I want you to real quick just guess how fast she was going. How many seconds or, point whatever seconds was she going for 10 feet? All right, here we go. Here's the answer. The glider bike, we had 10 feet per 8,500 seconds. Same thing, go ahead and pause the video and figure out how many feet per second that is. All right, you just got to take 10 divided by 8,500ths, and we get not near as fast, but she's also gliding instead of pedaling. We have 11 and 8/10 feet per 1 second. All right, I'm going to challenge you to think, how many feet per minute would this be? And it's really simple to calculate. What we're going to do here is we're going to take 11.8 feet per 1 second. We're going to keep it equivalent to the same amount. So the cool way to do this, I love this example, is we're going to multiply it by 1. But the way we're going to change it to minutes is we're going to say, okay, I want my bottom number now to be minutes. So I'm going to say there's 60 seconds per 1 minute. Now here's a really cool thing about math. Because these are across from each other, we can actually simplify the labels, which I know might seem like a weird thing, but we can actually get rid of the seconds and turn them into the value of 1, and we can get rid of them. So in order to figure this out, we're going to take 11 and 8/10 times 60 and get 708 feet, this is still our label right here, per 1 minute, because this is still our label right there. So if I wanted to figure out how many feet per hour she would ride on her bicycle, as long as she maintains the same speed, we're going to take 708 feet per 1 minute. We're going to once again multiply it by 1. Oops. The 1 this time is going to be 60 minutes per 1 hour. Now, if you know anything about equivalent fractions, because this value equals 1, this value over here is going to be equivalent. It's going to look bigger, and it's actually going to look faster on the bicycle. But when we take 708 times 60, we get the answer 42,480 feet, because the minutes here this time reduce, per an hour. So, while it doesn't look like she's riding fast, if she maintained this speed for an entire hour, she'd go 42,000 feet. So really, based off of this, you could do some basic division and figure out how many miles per hour she was riding too, which we're going to do next. All right, so it may look like it's a little bit darker in the room right now, and it's because I ran so fast in this next clip that I blew the lights out. All right, so what you're going to do here with this is we're going to time how quickly I'm able to run, and then the cool thing with that is we're going to be able to convert that to miles per hour using a pretty simple formula. All right, not gonna lie, they got a little intense. I'm now officially the fastest 7th grade math teacher in Aurora, so if you don't get that joke, yeah. Okay. I want you to do the same thing. Estimate how quickly did I run 10 feet. And I know the time, and I'm gonna show you the time here in a second, but go ahead and just take a second, say the answer out loud if you want to. No one's really listening. And just say it out loud and see if you can get it right. So I'm so excited for this formula. It is awesome. It's one of my favorite formulas I teach because you can spend a lot of time having fun with this. So I'm going to show you how you can time a vehicle driving by, but also I'm going to show you how you can time how fast you can run. And I know you've all seen that clip in the office when they're running by the speed meter in the middle of the road, and that always cracks me up, and I've always wanted to be able to actually do that. And this is a way you could do that. This is a way you could use this formula to figure out how fast you can run in miles per hour. So I'm going to teach you the formula, show you how fast I was running. All right, so your F is going to be your variable for the formula, and that's going to stand for your feet per second. I just showed you that I ran 10 feet per 0.37 seconds. So to figure that out for my feet per second, I'm just going to once again divide. So 10 divided by 37 hundredths. And I was running up 27 feet per second. So my variable for the formula is going to be dependent upon how quickly you run. So my variable is going to take it times 3,600. And if you think about why we're using that number, it's because there's that many seconds in an hour. And then we're going to divide it by 5 tomatoes, 5,280. And we do that because there's that many feet in a mile. So really easy formula. It's really cool to watch it work, and it's really fun to actually use in the real world. So I'm going to plug in my numbers here. I was going 27 feet per second times 3,600. And then divide that by 5 tomatoes, 5,280. And so I'll go and do the first part of the calculations. 27 times 3,600. And we get 97,200 divided by 5,280 again. So I'm just going to keep that in the calculator. 5,280. So I get my final answer of 18.4 miles per hour. So if I was running against Michael Scott or Dwight Schrute in that video, I would have been running faster than them, which is kind of funny.
31! 31!
But it's also kind of cool to see how fast I can run. Now, I wouldn't be able to maintain that speed for very long. I almost fell over and was making funny sounds. So I'm gonna walk and talk Blair Witch style. It's an old 90s movie. It is raining on me. I got to get some footage of at least 1 or 2 vehicles. So I'm gonna record while I'm talking. And man, I'm out of shape. These are set 50 feet apart and it is raining on me officially. There's got to be a car coming by here soon. So just hang tight. Oh, we got one coming. I don't know if you can see the rain. I'm getting rained on. I think these are waterproof. I'm talking about the iPad. If it's not, I'm sorry, Mr. Teal. Oh, we got a fast van coming. Those family vans, those moms are dangerous. And it's turning. Oh, it was booking it. Oh, we got a truck behind it here. Just hang tight. Boom. So the vehicle is traveling 50 feet per 1 and 4200 seconds. Now I'm going to convert that to feet per second by just doing some simple division. So we take 50 divided by 1 and 4200ths. Oopsies. And we get 35 feet per second. All right. And then we're going to translate that with our formula. So we have our formula is variable f times 3,600 divided by 5,280. So we end up taking 35 times 3,600 divided by 5,280. So 35 times 3,600 is 126,000. And then we divide that by 5,280. So that vehicle was traveling approximately 24, if you round it, 24 miles per hour, which really makes sense when you're looking at it. And then I'm just going to challenge you right now. Go outside today, get a tape measure out, count off your steps or whatever it may be. Have your little brother or sister time you and just see how fast you can run. See if you can run faster than Mr. Phillips. And see if you can run over 20 miles per hour or something like that crazy.